Hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. I'm Helen and I am so happy to welcome you to this week's reading. So this week we're going to be again doing something different, but we will resume our very sturdy system soon, I promise. But this week we will be doing soul messages or soul message readings. So I'm not sure how I'm going to label them yet, but so you'll probably see what the title is. But yeah, the main reason for this is that during one of my meditations, I was called to do a soul reading or soul messages reading, and so I just thought, yeah, okay, well, it seems significant because otherwise it wouldn't have come to me. So this is what we're doing. We're doing a soul messages reading. And as always, you guys get to go first. You guys get to test out this self-made spread. And this one is, again, going to be somewhat more lengthy. I hope that I can manage to keep it like under 30 minutes. I don't want this video to be overly long, but we'll see how this turns out. So yeah, fingers crossed anyway. So let's just get kind of straight to the reading. Just as a last reminder, this is still a general reading, so please just take the messages as they resonate. If you find that something is like making some kind of sensation in you, or something is speaking to you, you'll just kind of know, you'll just know if this is your message or not, and if you do resonate with this or not. Let's see what your soul wants to talk about with you. We're going to start with the this is the Secret Language of Light Oracle, and these are going to give us two main themes that your soul wants to talk about right now. So let's see what comes up. Can I please get two? Oh, wow. That was okay. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. Cool. You got a really cool card. I really love this. We have soul writing and inward revolution. Wow. And the underlying energy is alignment. This is a very, very, very positive card in this deck. Okay, well, I'm actually going to keep them in the center this time. So, soul writing and inward revolution. It does feel very much like, because the underlying energy that you have is alignment. And with this inward revolution, it kind of feels like things are shifting on a very major, almost like cellular level, I want to say, because of this like double helix that we can see on this card as well. That's what my eye is kind of pulled towards straight away. So yeah, it feels like you are going through some kind of huge inner transformation, that your soul is going through some kind of inner transformation. And major shifts and changes are happening that might not necessarily translate like outside of you quite yet. It kind of feels more contained, at least for the time being. And I feel like things are kind of aligning, right? Aligning and kind of getting all in order within you, so that you could have the kind of clear direction and a clear path to kind of express and to start manifesting, to start materializing these new changes that are happening within you. But I do think that it's going to take some time. It does feel like a lengthier process. And then we also have this soul writing, which, as I said, is a really cool card. And I kind of feel like two messages with this. One is that definitely journaling and just any kind of manner of verbally expressing how you feel, what is going on within you, what is going through your mind, what is going through your heart, any kind of like sensations and anything that you really feel, just like actually taking stock of what is going on within you and putting it on paper, typing it, whatever. Although just from personal experience, I feel like actually writing, putting putting pen to paper is somewhat like therapeutic, more so than typing. But of course, do whatever you feel most comfortable with and what you feel called to do. But in any case, however you can, try and put it into words, what you are feeling, what you're thinking, what you're going through. Because first of all, as I said, it's very therapeutic. It kind of helps you actually process these things and analyze these things and make sense of these things. But also it's just, you just never know what you'll end up finding. Like sometimes the things that you actually write down can surprise you. They really, really can. So that's like one of the things that I feel is really going to help you with this transformation that is taking place within you. But the other message that I'm getting with this is that I kind of get this link between these two cards where like your soul is kind of like in the process of writing this like new chapter for you. That's kind of what I'm getting. So again, as I said, these are kind of lining very nicely up together. And also I'm getting a connection between these two cards, because again, the underlying energy is alignment. So as I said, it feels like things are being very much kind of set up. And I even love that the triangles are kind of laid on top of each other. There's this like very concrete order to these triangles as they are like stacked on top of one another. So it does feel like there's some kind of order that is being set up within you. So that's really exciting stuff. That is really exciting stuff. I'm also going to read from the guidebook. So because Denise Jarvie, I hope I'm saying it right, has written quite a lot about these cards. So we're going to see. I'm not going to read the whole thing because there is like a meditation and like journaling prompts and stuff. Actually, I might read the journaling prompts for you because, as I said, this feels like a journaling message for you as well. Okay, so we have soul writing first. We become the stories we tell. You are the author of your story. Write one that inspires you and doesn't let anyone else command the pen. Physical reality is temporary. It is forever changing from one moment to the next. The events and experiences of your life are multidimensional living art. Their purpose and form will shift as your perception of them does. You can view and adjust any stories from your past, present, or future. Let go of justifying or analyzing the events that become your stories and lift yourself into a new way of seeing them. Look at the card and imagine you are the angel rising and connecting to the soul light at the top of the pyramid. From this expanded view, you can see all your stories and their facets from a neutral position. A higher perspective will unveil and reveal what was previously unknown. You may be surprised, shocked, or embarrassed that the story you have identified with is not what you thought it was. Don't stress. This indicates that the stories are shaking loose and healing is occurring. You are doing so well, you are worthy, and you are loved. So yeah, I kind of like that that the message came through that as you are like actually like writing these stories, that you might discover something completely different, or you might end up seeing things completely differently and discovering things that you had no idea existed within you before. So that's kind of what I was referring to as well, as I was saying that you never know what is going to come out as you start writing, just like automatic writing and all that. But we also have journal work, so oh, that's what it says. Experiment with automatic or intuitive writing. Go for it. There are no limits. That's so funny. That's exactly what that said as I was done talking about it. But then we also have Inward Revolution number 42. The way of your heart. You are always moving forward, even when you feel like you are going backward. Your path may seem to go up and down or inward and outward. The spiral is a symbol of your soul journey. It represents the cyclical adventure into your heart center. You will continually revisit aspects of your life to bring you to deeper understanding. Difficulties and challenges can command a greater focus as they help to build bigger and better dreams and desires. Each cycle of life is an important stepping stone that expands into the next. Your life will only feel authentic when you come to your own conclusions. An inward revolution will open you to the wisdom of your soul. It is a path we must all take to truly know and love ourselves. From this place, we move outward, back into the world, empowered with our soul's wisdom. You are worthy of all you desire, no matter where you are in your spiral. So yeah, it's kind of it was very, very beautifully put and very beautifully worded, but I feel like it's kind of just, I love that the message was this like cyclical nature of things, and how your soul like goes through these kind of different aspects and revisits these aspects at times to kind of, again, as the book said, right, bring you this deeper level of understanding. And again, that's kind of what I feel that is happening, that you are, again, like things are moving into place within you, things are shifting and changing, and there is a slight transformation happening within you. But again, I feel like it's still very much contained within, and it's going to take time before it starts expanding outside of you. But we are going to lay down the tarot spread now. For this part, I'm going to be using my beloved Moonchild Tarot, which I felt was perfect for this reading. So I'm again, because of the nature of this spread, I am again going to lay down all the cards first, and then I'm going to walk you through them one by one. Okay, so the first thing I actually want to start with is this Five of Swords over here. And let me kind of move that to the center there. Sorry, yeah, it was kind of bugging me. So the first thing, as I said, the first thing I want to start with is this Five of Swords over here, which is the underlying energy for the reading and for the messages. And this kind of feels like there is some sort of like confusion and conflict that I feel is more so than anything happening within you internally. And of course, as always, if something is taking place within you, some kind of disruption or some kind of turmoil, it very often does kind of blow out, and even if it's unintentionally, we still kind of somehow project what is going on within us outside of us as well. So of course, this Five of Swords could indicate that there are tensions or some kind of maybe arguments and misunderstandings with other people as well. But as I said, more so, I feel that this is happening internally, because we are getting quite a lot of these internal cards, or more solitary, more self-focused cards. And yeah, it feels like this transformation that your soul is going through is very much affecting you on a mental level. It might kind of be causing you a lot of confusion, and you might not really comprehend exactly what is going on with you and why you are feeling the way that you're feeling. But as I said, let's go through the cards. So the first card that we have is the Hermit in reverse. This card is depicting what your soul wants you to focus on, what is important right now, and what you should pay attention to. So with the Hermit in reverse, I'm getting that you really, really, really need to focus on your inner temple, so to say, which is so beautifully depicted in this card. Your inner temple, really, as I said with the soul writing, really hone in on what is going on within you, how you are feeling, what is going through your mind, and everything that you are experiencing, really tapping into your body, to the physical aspect of you. Like actually asking yourself, how am I feeling? Why am I feeling these things? Where is this feeling coming from? Where exactly am I feeling these things? And just kind of doing this body scan, doing this really in-depth and analyzing overview of yourself. And that seems to be really, really, really important right now. And I also feel inclined to say that if you are struggling with all of these changes and shifts that are taking place within you, and you're struggling with handling all of those changes internally, and also like kind of staying calm or being kind of being on good terms with other people, or kind of keeping a more balanced approach when talking to other people. If that's kind of struggling, if that's difficult for you right now, if you're struggling with that, then I do feel that some like alone time is going to be really beneficial for you. Even if you can't actually take a day or two for yourself to like completely isolate yourself from other people or have some serious alone time, if you can't do that, then at least having these little alone time slots during the day is something that you should really pay attention to, and try and kind of work in your schedule somehow. Work into your schedule, because that's really important. The next card we have is Judgment, and this card is symbolizing what your soul wants you not to worry about, or not to fret overly, or fret over too much. Not to fret about, because it's not that important. And with this Judgment card, I'm getting the sense, I'm actually kind of tying it with this Five of Swords, or there seems to be a link here where you might be kind of like literally judging yourself for these changes, for this confusion, for these weird feelings and thoughts that might be cropping up for you as you are changing, as things are happening internally. So again, as I said, I felt that this conflict, because of the underlying energy, very strongly, that there is a conflict present within you. And with this Judgment card, it's your soul is telling you not to like put labels to it, not to pass judgment on what is going on within you, and not to kind of when I say label, like give it a good or bad label, not kind of box it in any of these categories, because the shifts that are happening within you are happening exactly as they should. And even if it doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't mean that something is wrong. It doesn't mean that something is not the way that it should be. So just try and refrain from being too harsh with yourself, and kind of, again, judging these feelings or thoughts. And I mean, it's like we all do it to some extent, right? Where we just like, if something is happening, or we feel that there are these negative thoughts cropping up, or we go back to some like distant memories and we get stuck in them, and we start thinking of our exes, or we start thinking of our youth or whatever, and considering all the things that we did do and we didn't do, and how things could have been, and all those kinds of things, right? Where you get sucked into that spiral, and you start like kind of judging yourself and thinking like, okay, why am I doing this? Why am I thinking that? Why am I feeling this? And it can really take you to a really dark place. So I just feel like your soul is kind of telling you to be gentle with yourself, to be really understanding, to be really compassionate, and again, to just observe what is going on with you without passing judgment, without like pointing a finger and saying, oh my God, this is stupid, or there's no point to that, or whatever, right? Not judging it. Now with the Nine of Wands, this card is talking of the kind of main lesson for you right now. And I kind of get the sense that there is like, because of the illustration of this card in this deck specifically, I kind of do get the sense that there is this alignment that you're doing, that alignment, which is the underlying energy for you, is the main lesson for you right now, the main lesson for your soul. Because things are kind of, even if you can see that there are these like, these stars are aligning, and then there's this whole galaxy that is within her. And with the Nine of Wands, it almost feels like you kind of have to, or your main lesson that you're going through right now is kind of separating yourself from the outside physical reality of things, so that you could kind of go through this upgrade, go through these processes internally so that things could align within you. So it's kind of like, again, as I said, the whole reading is very much like self-focused, focused on the self. And it just feels like you're kind of trying to figure out where you belong and how your internal world is going to fit into place with everything else. But again, it does seem, again, somewhat like distanced or somewhat like detached and separated. So I'm kind of getting the similar message with this Hermit card, where again, that taking time out and really focusing inward is what you're asked to do right now. This is the main focus point, main lesson for you right now. And I'm also getting with the Nine of Wands that you are building up this internal resilience, this strength and ability to stand your ground and really tap into some internal strength, like create this beautiful firm foundation that you can always rely on regardless of what is happening in your external, in your physical reality. Again, it's kind of like, as I said, there's this separation that's coming through with this card, but it's a positive one. It's one where your external circumstances are not going to affect you as strongly because you are building up this strength and just kind of aligning things, aligning yourself to your higher self, aligning yourself to kind of these higher powers, your spiritual team and all that, so that again you would have this beautiful support system within you and with the energetic realm. Because again, it seems that, as I said, and I'm not gonna keep repeating it, I promise, but it seems that your soul is going through some kind of upgrade. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is a beautiful, beautiful card, because this is talking about the secret weapon that you have in this situation. And this is literally saying that you have beautiful, amazing, supportive, loving people around you who truly, truly see you for you, who truly respect you and love you and cherish you and value you. And those are the people that are going to be super helpful to you in this situation. Because even though, yes, it is necessary for you to get some alone time as well, it doesn't mean that other people can't still be very, very helpful in this situation. And they are very helpful, right? We all need people around us. And I feel like you definitely have that. So this is just a kind of reminder or a suggestion that, you know, the people around you, your support, your kind of external support system, right? Your family, your best friends, your siblings, your closest co-workers, or whoever you have that are there for you, you can really kind of rely on them as you are going through the shifts and changes and get some serious emotional support. And I also feel like the people's presence is going to help ground you as well, because these are very huge, very energetic, very almost like ethereal energies that I'm getting with this. So yeah, beautiful support system here. And then the last card we have is the King of Swords. So this is representing what is going to be coming out of this soul transformation, or this lesson that you're going through, as I said, with this alignment and building up this resilience and strength within you. With the King of Swords, it's like the King of Swords is very, very, very advanced, especially on a mental level, right? Because this is the air element, this is the sword suit. This card is more specifically an Aquarius card, or card of Aquarius, but it represents all air signs really. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's just very, very intellectual and very, very knowing and very wise and very in tune he's very in tune with his truth. And even though this is a king, I just want to remind you that this doesn't have to symbolize a male. However you identify as, this is not like gender specific. This is just talking of more masculine energy. And this is very, very beautiful masculine energy, very strong, very secure, very confident, very self-reliant, very self-reliant. So I kind of feel like it's tying in beautifully with this Nine of Wands. And he just knows himself, and he's aware of himself and aware of his tendencies, and he sees the bigger picture both outside of himself and inside of himself as well. So there's this beautiful harmony and kind of order and balance that is being restored as you go through this soul lesson. So this is actually such a beautiful and very, very empowering message that we're getting here. But I want to give you some oracle cards as well before we close this reading out. So we actually have quite a few decks this time. So we're going to start with the Work Your Light oracle deck and see if we can get a couple of last messages for you. Oh. Okay, we have Im Rama, and I'm also going to take this one. Oh, the Great Gathering is the underlying energy. Let me see if you can see. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. Oh my God, when I read Soul Tribe, my eye just automatically jumped to the Three of Cups. So this is beautiful. It feels like you do have a soul tribe around you, or at least if not a whole tribe, then some soul siblings definitely. And yeah, it's all coming together. I love that with this, as I said, with the alignment and everything. It truly does feel like it's all coming together. But we have Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? And Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Yeah, so I'm loving that there is this journey card, because as I said, well, first of all, we have this like temple imagery where you seem to be like kind of called to kind of journey deep within and discover the inner temple within you. But it also feels like on a bigger scale that your soul is kind of on a journey as well. And I mean, all of our souls are on a journey anyway, as we are living out our timelines in this 3D reality. But as I said, on a bigger scale, right now, it feels like your soul is going through a shifting of chapters on its journey. So it's really, really beautiful, and it does feel like quite an adventure. And then with the Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Yeah, it's definitely part of a bigger plan. It's part of a soul's blueprint, or your soul's blueprint, because it's very specific. This one feels very specific. So, and if you resonate with this, then more likely than not, you have been feeling and experiencing these weird sensations or weird dreams or weird thoughts, weird feelings, weird memories popping up. Just these or maybe even thoughts that you haven't really ever had before, or I feel like you are noticing these shifts and changes internally, but it just might be kind of difficult to make sense of them, because again, it feels like it's all so new. It's but again, it's definitely something that is divinely guided, divinely orchestrated. I also want to give you a Sufi wisdom oracle card, because this is one of my favorite oracle decks, and sadly I don't get to use it as much, but it is perfect for a soul reading. So let's see if we can get another soul message for you. Oh. Wow. Oh my God. I swear to God, these journey cards, it's crazy. Crazy. Oh, I kind of knocked these cards out of place again. See, I hate when that happens. I always I try so hard to make them be straight, and then this happens, you know. Oh my God, look at the underlying energy. Turn over a new page. Let love lead the way for change. Yes, well, you are turning over a new page, aren't you? You definitely, definitely are. But as I said, as I was starting to say, with this determination, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, you should be able to see something. There's this small little figure who is like, I think it's a walking, is it a cane of some kind? I don't know, it's a staff, I think it's a staff. And he's journeying, he's going into this light and he's exploring, and it's such a hermity vibe actually that I'm getting with this. He looks kind of old and ragged, so it very much a hermity feel. And yeah, determination, perseverance leads to fortune. So as I said, even though this shift is a long one, it feels like this journey, this upgrade is going to take some time. These changes are going to happen kind of slowly and in their own time. But as you go through this shift and as you come out on the other end, you will be, it will be truly, truly beautiful. Let me try and kind of move this up a bit. These cards are kind of big, so yeah. And then I also want to get one last oracle card for you. This is the, I think it's the Whispers of Love. Yeah, Whispers of Love Oracle deck. I have never used this deck on my channel before, so you guys get to be the first ones to experience it. Very exciting stuff. So let's see if we can get a love message for you. A love message from Aries soul to close out this reading, please. Oh. Oh. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cards. We have number 43 that came out for you. And this says, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So again, I'm loving that you get like determination and this endurance, because again, it feels like that's exactly what you're building up. Determination and endurance. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And you are going to be helped through this as well. And love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So yeah, that's it is a beautiful shift that you're going through, and you are very much held and supported through this, and your soul is clearly doing some amazing stuff. So I mean, yeah, it's beautiful, and I'm wishing you all the best on this journey that you are embarking on. But I'm going to leave you here because I feel like this reading is already way too long than I had originally intended for it to be. But that's just the way these things go. But if you're still with me, if you watched it all the way to the end, thank you so much. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I hope that this reading gave you something useful. And if you have been experiencing some weird changes or shifts internally that you can't make sense of, then I hope that this was at least some kind of confirmation or reassurance for you that your soul knows what it's doing, and it's all part of this shift that you're going through, this upgrade that your soul is going through. But that's it, my beautiful Aries. I am so happy that you watched this reading. Thank you so much for spending this time with me and for letting me read for you. If this was your story, or if you resonated with anything that I talked about during this reading, then please consider giving me a thumbs up. It would mean so much to me. And also, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.